Hey guys, my name's Diego Torres. Welcome back to another daily value video or at least I try to do daily. Sometimes life gets in the way, but basically on this channel, all I do is I go through your guys' comments and I just try to answer them in the most in-depth way that I can. Just try and provide a ton of value. You can think of this as like a community about type beats and beat selling, just hosted on YouTube for free. So that's what I like to do here. And just to start off, looks like you guys really like these videos. So I took like a 2-month break and I'm now back to this channel, and it looks like these videos, 800 views isn't nothing. I mean, that's 800 people that genuinely are watching me just talking about this stuff, no edits, no nothing. I don't know, it's kind of cool to see that people actually care about what I talk about. And then also main channel is cooking too. We like to see it. I just like to run through little updates here and there, showing you guys kind of an inside look of everything, but it looks good. This looks good. It seems like you guys really like the high value content, so I'm going to start doing more of that. This is what usually people would charge money for. I posted a full type beat uploading tutorial. I don't know, 35 minutes long. I don't know. Seems like people like the high value stuff, so I'll keep doing that. Anyway, let's get into the high value on this channel. Chaotic says, yo Diego, it's chaotic. Like I said, before I'm on my way to be where I want to be, which would be somewhat of a similar position as you, just doing as much research as I can to help myself along the way. I haven't started the channel yet, but I have the patience. I'm just building the backup beat catalog before I start posting, just in case consistency lacks in the beginning, which is my question. Do you think a backup catalog is the way to go in case life can get in the way? Also, I've been organizing my production process to make the process more streamlined. Thanks for the reads and just making the videos you do in general. Much love, Bresky, and looking forward to seeing you back. Yeah, man, this is a very good question. So I think this is good. I can't disagree with this. I like the idea of safety and sustainability when it comes to beats. Like that is what you want. So if you think about it, like, yeah, I mean, having a backup catalog, like if you're, for example, like on a lot of R type beat channels, we're scheduled like weeks in advance. So it's good to have that, because let's say, like, especially when I was solo doing the type beat stuff, just in my mom's house, I was also always like cooking up a bunch of beats in advance. I was always scheduled out, even on my solo channels. I don't think it's a bad idea. One thing I will say though is I would start sooner than later, because it's important to also get feedback when you're first starting out. Okay, so if you start posting, yeah, maybe the algorithm won't catch on because you're just starting out, but at least the community here would be able to give you honest feedback if you asked for it. The community here is really good. Anyone that watches this channel would be able to go in there, give you brutally honest feedback, because they don't know you personally, so there's nothing holding them back. And you'd be able to actually, I wouldn't take anything personally, and I would actually just use that as constructive criticism. And, so I wouldn't wait till the perfect moment to start. I would start today, even if you only have 10 beats in your catalog or whatever. I would start today, because when you start, it's going to take a while regardless. No matter how perfect your start is, it's going to take a while regardless. So you might as well start today and then be able to see what's working and what isn't, and make improvements based on that, right? That's just a little tip I have for you, is I would get started today. I like the idea of having beats scheduled and building a catalog that you can fall back on when life gets in the way or your mental's kind of cooked for a bit. It happens to me too. Guys, I took 2 months off of posting in general, right? So it's like, it happens to everyone. Like, I'm not people always think that I'm like, just because I've had a lot of success in the type beat space and I, do pretty well for myself in the beat selling space, it's like people think that I'm just a genius or I'm like some special person. And it's like, no, I'm literally, guys, look at me. I'm a regular ass dude. Okay, I am a regular dude. I'm 19 years old. I'm not like, I don't know what to tell people. Like, I just know a lot about this topic because it's all I do. And I also have times where life gets in the way and I'm like, I don't want to post today. And that's okay. But that shouldn't be the reason why your business falls, right? It shouldn't be the reason why your channel falls off. You should be, when you do have those spurts of motivation and inspiration, like for a lot of you guys, I know you watch these videos and then immediately after You're motivated again. I give you motivation. I love that. That's why I do this channel. And so after watching this video, you might want to go cook up, but don't just stop at one beat. Try making 2 or 3. And then eventually you build up so many beats in advance that you don't need to worry about if you're not feeling it today or tomorrow, right? That's my best advice, man. Just would like to say your channel is a gem and the way you explain things just makes sense to me. So thank you. Happy to help, man. If I get anywhere with my music, you should know you are someone who helped me find the beaten path and the strategy, and just drive that. You can make it there. Glad I was able to help, man. Yo, and last one bonus question, if you don't mind, would it be beneficial and reach to post a free for profit beat, say every 5 beats or so, to bring in that free for profit audience, but still attract the buyers to the paid beats? No, I would do 2 completely different channels if you're going free for profit or just free in general. So good question. Yo, what's good, bro? I just started this channel a bit ago, getting some steady growth, but do you think the niche is worth pursuing? I like making a wide variety of R&B adjacent music. Curious what you think. Yeah, let's check it out. Okay, Tory Lanez, X and Tiller. I can't hate on this niche. This is good. I like this. Yeah, it looks like it's performing pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 788 views in 2 weeks, dude. You're crushing it. This is awesome. And it's consistent too. If you look at all your beats, like they're all getting these views. It's consistent. This looks good. Can't hate on it. This looks good. Very consistent. I love the consistency, actually. This is a very good niche. I might have to write this niche down. Sorry, dude. But take that as a compliment. This is awesome, dude. I can't really give much advice because, I mean, this channel's going to blow up. Just keep doing your thing. One thing I will say is once it does start blowing up more or getting more significant amount of traction, you're going to start seeing some outliers. Like, for example, you're at a consistent rate of like 1 to 200 views a video on average, sometimes 300. But you're going to start noticing you're going to get outliers that get like 10K views, or you're going to get some that get 100K views or 1,000,000 views. One thing I will say is once you start getting that, I want you to never take your foot off the gas. And I want you to really keep on studying or keep doing what worked in the first place. Never start. A lot of times producers will start seeing some success and they think, okay, well now I need to switch the keyword and go more broad, and I need it's like, dude, do what worked in the first place because you found your own unique value zone. You found your own unique gap in the market. Okay, that's my best advice, man. Glad you're back. Discovered your channel while you were away and started 2 Type A channels at the end of last year. One of my questions is, how safe is it to use pictures from Pinterest as thumbnails / cover art? Very safe as long as you credit them in the description. So, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get lazy and I don't. I need to though. It's just a good practice. I mean, it's just you being a good dude. Like at the end of the day, you want to credit them, but other than that, it's completely safe. I came from the world of production music, so I'm very wary of not infringing copyright. Yeah, it's fair. Although it seems like most beat channels just do this anyways. Is this something good? Just accepted in the type beat space, or could my channel be taken down? It won't be taken down. You'll just the only way you get in trouble is if somehow the person that created the picture stumbled upon your type beat and then wanted you to just change the thumbnail. That's the worst case scenario. So it's completely good. Just credit them in the description, and if they still want you to change it, if they somehow found the type beat video, then you just change the thumbnail. Very simple. So it's not like you're doing anything wrong. You're crediting them at the bare minimum, you know? Look, they're posting their picture online, you know? So if you're crediting them, I mean, there's what else can you do? It's not like you're gonna pay to use their picture. That's not a market that exists yet. At least I'm not aware of. Yeah, but good question though. I love that. Very good question. Hey guys, real quick, I'm actually hosting a free live workshop this week where I'm going to show you in depth how to grow a Type B channel and then how to optimize it and monetize it properly so that you can build a sustainable beat selling business for yourself. It's a completely free workshop with a ton of free templates, resources, and overall, it's a very valuable training that I've prepared. So if that interests you, feel free to sign up down in the description below. But with that being said, let's get right back to the video. Can I go from Drake x 21 Savage x ASAP Rocky type beats to Drake x 21 Savage Her Loss type beats once my channel gets 1,000 subscribers? This is exactly what I'm talking about. So this is exactly what I just said. So, and no hate on you, by the way. Basically, as you can see, this is an example of how producers will want to get to 1,000 subscribers with very good keywords. And then once they're there, they want to immediately change it up. And it's like, I just don't see why we do this, man. Why? Her Loss type beats, First of all, do you think her loss is better than ASAP Rocky as a keyword? The only time you want to swap a keyword with another keyword is if it's better, right? Is if it actually performs better and you have data to back that up. That's the only time, right? And I'm not saying you can't try things out. Once you hit 1,000, I think that's still too soon. I would wait till you're at 10,000 or 5,000, not 10,000, 5,000, to start testing other things. Guys, I posted the same type of beat. Oh, one of my main channels, the one with, I think it's at like 58,000 or 59,000 subs. That channel, I posted this one keyword and I posted the same keyword till I hit like 20,000 subs or like 15,000 subs. So it's like, because I knew it was working, why would I change it? So little advice there. Can I create a free for profit hard bouncy trap type beat, and then once I reach 1K subscribers, switch to selling the beats from then on? Look, it's the same thing. If you're making a channel for free for profit, you can't just build an audience that likes that and then all of a sudden rug pull them and just say, hey, by the way, I know you guys subscribe for this one thing. Now I'm going to completely switch what I was doing. I don't see that strategy. You should be selling these beats though. Just because you're posting a free for profit beat doesn't mean you don't have a BeatStars link to sell it and sell it to the people that do want to license it. Otherwise, you're missing out on a big bag. The thing is if you're doing free for profit on a channel, guess what? You can do another channel that's not free for profit. But don't switch it on you. Don't switch up on your audience. That's like if on this channel, I've been posting all about type beats and beat selling. And then all of a sudden I just say, hey, guys, by the way, all of a sudden now I'm going to teach you guys how to make a baked potato. Like it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And you guys do not want to see how nasty I am in the kitchen. Like, I cannot cook for my life. I DoorDash every single day. So then we have Prod by Ludo. He said, yo, bro, how are you? Do you think I can use girl pictures as the thumbnail for pain type beats in style of Rilo, Huncho, Lil Durk? Yeah, you can. I don't see why not. Depends on what algorithm you get placed in though. I think, no. Well, honestly, yeah. I don't think so. Only because you'd get positioned in the R&B algorithm. Probably would just lead to a slower growth process and also just not really growth at all. There's a high chance of that. Just because you'd be confusing the algorithm based on what format you're doing and they wouldn't know where to position you in the algorithm. So I would say either go the artist algorithm, which is just like pictures of the artist itself. It's kind of boring, but it's consistent, at least it's decent. The thing is like Pain also is like not many ways to get around that thumbnail format because I feel like you have to go for the artist. And it does work though, but if you're doing Pain, I always say this, the only way I suggest Pain is if you're doing this format. Shout out Streaky. Dude is crushing it with the Pain beats, and I would do this thumbnail format every single time. So sorry, Streaky, if I'm exposing you. I think I've done this like twice this week now. But I mean, dude, you're crushing it. So people are going to copy you regardless. But yeah, so I wouldn't copy his exact thumbnail format, but I would do it similar to how like the guys doing drill beats are doing it with the text on the thumbnail and then the artist as the picture. Make sure it's high quality pictures. And yeah, and also Ludo, you're crushing it on your main channel. You are crushing it, dude. Keep it up. I love it. Next thing is, yo, Diego, glad to come back. A little update on my channel. I reached 500 subs since the half of September, but now my views are dropping and I can't bring them back, even posting once a day. Any suggestion? It could be also the keywords I use. Let's take a look. Okay. Posting once a day. I don't think I see that, but this looks good though. Yeah. Okay. So I remember your channel. Your channel is really actually quite nice. Like visually, and that's also one thing I always talk about is like, you should always be trying to make your channel's aesthetic like set as a premium and position yourself as a premium, and you definitely do that well. You have your own unique branding, and I think that's very important. In terms of like why you're not getting much views, it could be a switch of all the keywords you're doing. You're kind of doing I mean, you're doing consistently like the same 3 keywords, it looks like. Occasionally you switch it up. What was your most viewed? Okay, so this got the most views, and then this is second and third. Okay, so this does very good consistently, kind of like as your base, and then this did pretty good. Alchemist keyword is clearly the winner for you if you're not having that in every single video, which okay, you are. It's interesting though because you stopped doing the main thing that got the most views. So I actually think you should reverse it. I think this should be your base as like what you do like 90% of the time. And then occasionally the other 10% of the time can be like Alchemist X West Side Gun or Alchemist X Boldy James. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I'm not the most tapped in to this niche. So yeah, or like Alchemist X Larry June. That should be like the 10% of the time, but the main 90% should be what worked in the first place. And like clearly like pictures of nature, but like this aesthetic, like kind of like that Monaco vibe, that Venice vibe in Italy, like that, or like this looks good too. Like I like that. So I would consider that. And like, no, but it seems like honestly, I can't give much thumbnail advice because it seems like you really have it down. Honestly, in terms of like the overall aesthetic, it looks good. So, but the only thing I would change is just having this be 90%, this be 10. Hope that helps, dude. Hey, Diego, can you help me? Sure. Due to this channel to get more views, I really want to monetize. Let's see here. Okay. Skrilla. It's not the worst niche, and I mean you had an outlier here, that's good. See, this is what's kind of interesting is like producers will get an outlier, like the rest of these videos are getting sub 100 views, and then they'll do a picture that's a completely different type of thumbnail. It works, and then they never do it again. And it's just like, yo, what are we doing? Like, and then look, he does it again, 178 views. And then he never does it again. He never does it again. And then he switches his complete thumbnail format up. Oh, it's so hard to look at. But hey, man. Yeah, so my advice, man, is like if you're posting something and it works, like the thumbnail format, which you still have time to save this, okay? You see that pictures of the guns, whether you agree with it or not, I'm assuming if you're posting with this stuff, you agree with, you know, morally posting guns. So then I would continue doing that. I would continue doing what worked. That is, if you want to see better results, do that type of thumbnail every single beat with the same title format that worked. As you can see, 1900 Rugrat X Gorilla type beat did good. It did good again when you did the gun. So it's like clearly you have a little lane there, a little format. So just keep going with it. You know, it's my best advice to you, man. So scrap these type of thumbnails, get rid of them, change them. Honestly, if you wanted to, you could change all these thumbnails. I wouldn't, honestly, because I doubt they're getting much impressions anymore. If they are getting impressions, yeah, change them. But here's the thing is if one of these videos, like when you start from now on posting every day with the guns as the thumbnail format, you're going to get one to start hitting the algorithm. Once that happens, change all your thumbnails to the gun ones because they're going to all pop up and suggested next to it, and you're going to increase your blow up potential by 10x. So that's my advice to you, man. Glad you're back, bro. What kind of thumbnail / micro niche would you focus on for juice roll type beats? Or any of that melodic trap style? Haven't heard a lot of people talk about this genre, but it seems to do very well on YouTube. It does. And it definitely did back in like especially 2019, 2020. One thing I'll say is like these thumbnails are just, I don't like the filter. I just don't think it's gonna do very well in the algorithm. You could prove me wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna do too well. It looks like it hasn't done well recently either. That's not me throwing shade. It's just pointing out the obvious, and also just pointing out what to improve on. So yeah, I would, if I'm doing Juice World, I'm not sure if I would micro niche Juice World. You can, but the only way I'd micro niche Juice World is like he kind of has two completely different sounds. So he has like the melodic stuff, and then he has the like hard 808 trap stuff, right? Almost like the Lil Pump sound in terms of the beats. So it's like you could, that's the only way I'd micro niche is if I'm splitting it into those two sounds. If you're doing the melodic stuff, I would just do Juice Roll type beat, or you could do free guitar Juice Roll type beat, right? Which is similar to what you're doing. And then I would just do the thumbnails, just better pictures, honestly, better pictures. Not with this like filter on it. And then other than that, I mean, it looks good, dude. I would just do that. Looks like you built your branding off of that, and your subscribers are here for it. So yeah, and I think it's still a pretty good keyword up to this day. So yeah. Is my channel cooked? Is having my old beats on my channel affecting my growth? Could be. Leon Thomas, okay. Good micro niche. Consistency could be better, but pretty good. Having your old beats. Oh, they're very old. Okay. The fact that it's such an old channel could be a problem because the only reason I say this is people, it's where you've switched up your niche probably 1,000 times. So people have subscribed for like many different type of beats. And if you look at your most popular, they are all, yeah, they're all completely different types of, I'd say it's like split 50-50, you know, in terms of what your audience likes. So I would start a new channel and just post these Leon Thomas beats, which is clearly what you want to do now, and just apply that to a brand new channel. I think a lot of people always, a lot of producers will get attached to a channel because it took them so long to build up to like 300 subs or 1,000 subs, and they just don't want to have to go through that process again. But they don't realize that if they start a new channel, their odds of doing it 10 times faster is like way higher. I mean, think about it. If guys, with all the knowledge you've learned from me, don't you think that you could do it faster the second time? Don't you think like it could be quicker the second time because of what you know now? I think it would. So just my advice there. Glad that you are back. This is my second channel. It's slowly getting attention and I've already gotten a sale. Nice. Congrats. Let me know if this is a niche you are familiar with and any advice you have. Thanks. Sure. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm not familiar, but if it's working, dude, it's working. Definitely have a unique thumbnail format. I've never seen that before, but it's cool, dude. I think it's cool. I probably wouldn't personally do a channel in this niche, but if it's getting a sale and you've tapped into your ideal audience, which you clearly have done, you know it better than I do for sure, like with this niche. So I can't really give advice because I wouldn't want to throw off what you already have going, dude. It seems to be going good. You've gotten a sale in 1 month or 2 months of going at it. I can't hate on that. So, but yeah, I mean, like, and in terms of your title format, it looks good. The way you're structuring it looks good. I can't really speak on your thumbnails though, because I don't know if like, I've never seen this niche before. So it's like, I never want to give advice where I don't genuinely feel like I'm confident in what I'm saying. That's just me. Like, I never would give advice if I truly don't believe that I know so much about that topic. And so in this case, with this niche, I don't know enough to actually provide advice. So apologies for that, man. That's just me not wanting to do the wrong thing. So, but yeah, it looks good though. And if it's working, great. I can't hate on that. So next we have Nocta. He says, hey Diego, nice to see you are back. How important is the 30-second retention for the growth of a video? Also, what are some other ways to boost sales such as email marketing and reaching out? So this is a good question because it's like the 30-second retention is important. It's very important actually, because if you aren't keeping people past the 30-second mark, then YouTube knows that, okay, the video just isn't good. It's not keeping people on. And so that's like YouTube fundamentals for you. They want to know how or why. They know a video is good based on if you can keep people. So yeah, retention is very important. And then in terms of other ways to boost sales, you know, outreach and stuff like that, yeah, this is a good question. So the best strategy I can give you, like when you're first starting out, outreach is going to be important. And I'm going to pull up a little thing for you guys here. So this is our daily value little drawing board here. As you can see, I have all the videos, or basically all the ideas I've given you guys. It's all here, but let's try and find a blank space. So if you're going for outreach, we have a couple ways to go about it. So like if your type B channel isn't growing yet, you're probably in a position where type B views are just flatlined, and maybe you get a little spike here and there, but it's just overall nothing's happening. That can be frustrating, especially when you're posting every single day, right? So what are ways to combat this so that you can have those little dopamine spikes where you're getting a sale here and there, and it makes you want to stay on track? Okay, what I like about this strategy is you start posting on YouTube, but another way is to completely ignore YouTube at the start and validate if the beats are going to sell or not. Okay, so how do we do this? We do outreach. So what you're going to do is you're going to make your Instagram page fully optimized. And what I mean by that is like you're going to have yourself cooking up beats, or if you don't want to show your face, you can just have nice visualizers with your beats on the page and really making it known that you make a specific type of beats. Your bio should be, you know, you have your profile picture, your name, and then you have your bio here. So your bio should be telling people basically what you do, which is make a certain specific type of beat. Now, a lot of people can disagree with this and be like, well, what if I make all types of different beats? Guys, you're just trying to see, you're basically throwing sticks at a wall and hoping something sticks, right? That is what you're doing, okay? Because you want to see what's profitable. So you dial in your page. It takes maybe 5 minutes to do this, by the way. And then you do outreach. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to DM 20 people a day, at least 20 artists a day, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to follow a I call it a proven formula, but basically just an idea of being a genuine person. That is, if you want to know how to actually get people to want to buy from you as a specific person rather than a business, it's being a genuine person. So you DM them and you say, wow, I really like this song, and I really liked how you had this specific element to it, or I really like this specific bar. It really aligned with kind of my current situation and everything. Thanks for making such great music. And then if they're a smaller artist, which I'll show you how to target those, but when they're a smaller artist, they're probably going to respond and be like, wow, this made my day. And then you don't off the rip be like, hey, want to buy my beats? Like, guess what? No one buys that. People don't buy something right away. They never do. Even if it's in their face, right? They won't, even if they need it, they won't buy it right away. That's the thing. So it takes quite a bit of nurturing before you can actually close a sale. And people get impatient. Producers will rush that process. And so, but if you're doing 20 DMs a day and starting 20 conversations a day, and maybe 7 actually respond to you, that's 7 conversations that are started every single day. And then that compounds 7 times 30. You do the math. That's a lot of conversations you're starting that you could have otherwise been watching Netflix the whole time. But no, you're starting these conversations, and you're eventually, guess what? You have, by the end of the month, you have like 300 people 300 artist connections that genuinely like you now. This is like email marketing on crack, okay? Outreach is super good. And so now you have 300 conversations. Let's say after a month of talking to them and actually like becoming their friend in a way, you now say, hey, I'd love to maybe work on a project, or let's do something. And then you sell them maybe a pack of beats for 300, 500 bucks. Guess what? If 5 people take that, of the 300, if 5 of them that already like you, and guess what? The conversion on this could be way higher. It could be 20 people. Think about it. I have 300 people that actually like you, and you nurture them over a month. You don't think you can get 5 people to want to spend a couple $100 with you, right? 5 times $300, $1,500. Now you're making $1,500 a month off your beats. And guess what? Now you have a real legitimate beat selling business. So how do we actually find these artists? Well, let's talk about that. A great method is to either use Instagram, which Instagram itself is it's good, it's decent, but it's not great, okay? I'll be honest, it's not the best. A great strategy though is to use Spotify. Spotify has a great algorithm. If you literally make a playlist and you start the playlist off by adding one beat, one song that is a small artist. If you already know a small artist, maybe it's one of your friends or something that makes music on the same type of beats you make, that's a gold mine, because now that if you just add that one song to the Spotify playlist, guess what? Below it, it's going to show a bunch of recommendations of artists that make that exact type of music on the same type of beats that also have a small monthly listener count. And guess what? Every single one of them has their Instagram linked on their page. And so it's the best way to find these artists, and you can refresh it a million times. Spotify is the best method for outreach. And then guess what? All of you guys can be making this amount of money every single month. There's no excuse, okay, with this strategy. So that's what I would do. And then guess what? You find out, well, hey, this is profitable. Let me start a type beat channel. And even if the type beat channel was to not get views, right? Worst case scenario, it doesn't somehow get views. At least these artists that you're starting the 300 conversations with a month would be able to get nurtured more, or just start buying your beats from your YouTube. At least you're posting it for them. And if 300 people, these guys, you have your YouTube linked as the only link on your Instagram page, a lot of them are gonna view. Guess what? That's a guarantee. They might skip through a couple beats and shop around a bit. Guess what? Like, you're driving traffic this way. This is before you even hit the algorithm. So there's no excuse not to be succeeding with beat selling when you can actually go out and get this shit, dude. I just spit for you guys. That's some sauce. So we're gonna wrap it up here though. That's for today's video. Great question, everyone. We will be back tomorrow and dropped a lot of sauce for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out the main channel too. I do drop a lot of sauce on there. And also check out my free workshop that I'm hosting. It's on January 18th as of the time I'm recording this. So check out my free workshop down in the description. You can sign up there. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.